The holiday weekend approaching, and from the prom and graduation season that's immediately following, there's a real push to get the message out to prevent impaired crashes. The Centers for Disease Control reports that motor vehicle crashes are the leading cause of death for teenagers in the United States, and that harrowing statistic only rises when alcohol is involved. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says one person dies in a drunk driving accident every 39 minutes in this country. In Raleigh County, to help spread awareness, Shady Springs High School students submitted a public service announcement on drunk driving in an annual contest that's hosted by the state's Alcohol Beverage Control Administration. And guess what? The Tigers won. As our Galen Markham reports, they were presented with that first place prize money today.
On Thursday, students in the Shady Spring High School's public speaking class were recognized for winning first place in the West Virginia Alcohol Beverage Control Administration's No School Spirits PSA contest. The Raleigh County School beat 36 schools from across the state, their video being chosen as the best of more than 60 submissions.
But to me, the message resonates much louder there when students hear it from their own peers as opposed to me preaching that message to them there.
The goal of the contest is to show drivers the dangers of getting behind the wheel drunk. And for Shady, it was about showing that actions have consequences.
Most people just think it's going to affect them. They don't think about the others or the ones they may hurt. And especially when it's a friend. In the video, you'll see two friends, one's trying to help the other one who's been drinking, but she ultimately is the one that pays the price.
Addie Butcher acts as student leader of the public speaking class. She shares more about the filming of this project and how she realized how quickly fiction can become reality.
I was laying in the woods next to a log with fake blood all over me. It was fun to get to do that experience, but it also reality kind of set in when I heard them saying 17-year-old female, unresponsive, reality kind of set in. I just imagined myself in that situation. It was very scary.
The student submission will be broadcasted on TV and across local radio stations during prom season. And as people watch or listen to their cautionary tale, they want you to remember.
If you drink, someone else might pay the tab.
Here for you in Raleigh County, I'm Galen Markham, WVVA News.
Thank you for that report, Galen, and congratulations to the class. They were awarded $5,000 in prize monies, and we're told that money will go towards purchasing new equipment for public speaking class, funding school programs, and stocking the school's clothes closet, which is utilized by students.